You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. We have King Combs.
King Combs.
Yeah.
What's up? Welcome,
Young
sir.
bad boy, CYN. We in the building.
How many times a day do you brush your hair? Jesus Christ.
Not even that much, man. I just talk to the waves. I'll be like, yo, we gotta be spinning today. We got 360s.
So you have to wear a wave cap
Nah, I don't got to, but I love to.
in order for it to be like that.
Yeah, I gotta keep it wavy. Keep it laid
Now,
down.
stop it. Now, when you walked in, you had a do-rag on. Now, you took it off right before you came in the interview.
Silky?
How many hours out of the day do you rock the do-rag?
Probably like 5.
Okay.
To be honest, when I go to sleep, that's really the main time. But it stay wavy.
See,
no matter what.
It's a science to waves.
It
I could
is.
never get waves, man.
Where
You
your
have
waves
hair.
at,
I had
man?
like 3 back in the days.
Just 3?
I had the Murray's grease, the do-rag, and the wooden brush, but it just wouldn't do it.
Oh man.
Your pops be trying to get waves.
Nah, my pop's the wave originator, man. You gotta give him his props. I can't even front.
The wave originator. His is not. His don't feel
His
like
ain't
yours,
natural
though.
like
Nah,
yours,
I
though.
had to come take the crown. I ain't gonna lie.
Now let's talk about music. You got a new. Is this a mixtape or album out?
It's a mixtape.
came
90's
out in
Baby
April.
mixtape.
It came out in April. 90's
It's out
Baby.
now on SoundCloud exclusively. I just wanted to drop it free to the people to vibe to. And it's really just a tribute to that whole 90s era and that whole nostalgic feel. So I felt like it was something that was missing from the game right now. And like as I was growing up and when I knew I wanted to be a rapper, like that whole era, Nas, Mace, Snoop, my whole Pops, Bad Boy, Biggie, like I really looked up to that and really studied that as I was trying to find my own sound. So I decided to just pay homage to that whole era, give respect to the OGs.
Is that because that's all you heard growing up?
Nah, because really it's not all I heard. I had to go back and do my research.
Really?
Yeah, because as I was emerging as a rapper, as my own artist, my pops would tell me like, yo, you need to study the game and know what you're really about to come into. So I did that, and it really just inspired me and changed my life in a certain way. So I had to pay homage.
Was your dad hard on you? Because everybody thinks that you're only popping because of nepotism. Because that's your pops. But
It
was he
probably
hard?
made it harder, too.
Was he
in a
hard
way.
on you coming up?
Yeah, definitely. You know how he is. He was just always like, yo, if you really want to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying, take it serious. Because I've been telling him I wanted to be a rapper since I was like 5 years old. But as I grew up, like around 12 years old, 13, he would just tell me, yo, if you really want to do this and come into the Bad Boy legacy and all that, you really got to take it serious. You got to write your own rhymes.
You write your own rhymes?
Yeah, you got to write your own rhymes, be in the studio, find your own beats. He was basically saying like, yo, I can't do Bad Boy all over again. You got to take it from here. So
That's
it
crazy.
was
'cause
something
your
I knew I
pops,
had to take serious.
He doesn't necessarily write his
Your
own
pop
rhymes.
said he
all
don't
the
write
time.
rhymes, he write checks. So when he tell you to write rhymes, you be like, Dad, you don't write yours?
Well, that's what I was thinking on the low. Nah, but I respected it because I knew that I didn't want to rely on other people. He always told me like in his life he had to always rely on people, have people around to help him with stuff. And he wanted me to just be a man of my own and always just rely on myself. Be in the studio. I don't have to call nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Get all your own publishing.
Yeah.
Did he try to discourage you? Like,
Nah.
man, don't get in the music game.
Nah, because he knew how serious I was about it. Like, he would always ask me every year since I was young, like, yo, you really still want to be a rapper? You still want to do this? He would take me on tour with him so I could see the hard work side of it, not just the glamour part. And he knew I was ready and I really wanted to do this.
Now, Charlamagne mentioned nepotism, but in some ways, do you feel like people hated on you more just because you were Diddy's son and they didn't want to give you certain opportunities?
Yeah, some people, for sure. Like I said, some people don't think I write my rhymes just because, we come from a place with a lot of...
Because your father don't write rhymes. That's why you don't think you write rhymes. That's really
You think that's why I
that's
think so?
That's it.
Nah, I mean, it's just we have a lot of outlets and a lot of places we can go to get things. So I would understand why some people would think that. But for me, I think if you a rapper, you got to write your own rhymes, especially if you want to be one of the greatest.
Now, was he in the studio with you as you were recording, or
Nah. He actually never been in the studio.
never?
Was I
With you one
recording?
time?
Nah.
He
What
did
is
hop on. He
control?
did hop on a song.
Well.
He did hop
Towards
on a
the
song
end,
though.
but
He
like
did.
as I'm like creating in the beginning, he never was like there for that beginning stage. Like he always let me figure that out. He would never really be in the studio, and it wasn't like I don't feel comfortable with him. I don't know. He never just was in there.
You felt like he didn't believe at first. That's why he wasn't there.
Nah, I felt like he believed. felt like he just wanted to take the pressure off. Like if he was sitting there, he probably felt that I would feel pressure to do better than I really needed to.
Is it pressure being Diddy's son?
I mean, not really pressure. It's just big shoes to fill, and that's just the reality of it. Because I come from a great legacy, Bad Boy. But, you know, for me, I feel blessed to be on that team, and to have that legacy behind me that's a blessing for me.
But the song Love You Better is doing really well.
Thank you.
I was, who was I talking to while we were up here? I was saying I was getting my makeup done, and the makeup artist was like, oh, you got to put on that song. That's my joint. And so did you anticipate that was going to be the single that was really going to break you when you heard it?
I didn't know it was going to break me. I just knew it was hot. I loved it from the jump. I love that K sample, that whole touch me, tease me, that feel that song gave. And Chris Brown on the hook, you know, is a major plus. Shout out Chris Breezy for that. So, yeah.
How do you reach out for those, like, you know, hey, Breezy, I need you on this?
Word. That actually came, that was real organic. My man's Rico hit me up. He was at French Crib. He was like, yo, Chris is in here, Remy Ma here. It's a vibe, it's a house party, pull up. So I pulled up on him. He was playing his whole Heartbreak on the Full Moon album, dancing in the living room, you know, vibing. Then I played him my 90's Baby mixtape, and he really liked the nostalgic feel and the 90's R&B and hip-hop flow that I was doing on the project. And he wanted to get a joint like that, so I played him the Touch Me, Tease Me sample because my producer, Pay Attention, already had a beat laid out for me. So I played him that, and he was like, yo, this is fire. Yo, let me hop on this. Let's do this one. So I was like, yeah, of course. Next day, he booked the studio, and it was greatness from there. So it wasn't like a situation where I was like, yo, I need Chris on this. Any of my features I have right now, I never really reached out in a way like that.
Your dad's on the album, too. How did that happen?
Oh, yeah. I was listening to No Way Out, and the Senorita joint really stood out to me, how smooth he was just flowing on that. So
who's on that? Black Rob was on that, too, right? The Black Rob, Diddy?
No. Senorita, that was just him.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was one that just.
I only want to put Black Rob on every
I'm trying to think of somewhere. It was one record,
like,
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But Senorita was one that I felt like didn't get its respect. Like everybody ain't know it wasn't a worldwide song, so and it was mad smooth, so I just had to hop on that one.
What was your life like growing up? Did you get an allowance?
Nah.
Like, when did you realize y'all rich?
When did I realize we was rich? Probably when we went to Central Pay. I ain't gonna lie. We went on a yacht for the first time, and that was crazy for me. I was like 7, 8 years old.
Damn.
But were you spoiled like over the top stuff, or was just like not as much?
Nah, not really. I mean, Christmas was definitely lit. I ain't gonna front. Me and all my family would definitely look forward to Christmas. But you know what I'm saying, through the school year and stuff, he was definitely hard on me. I always had to have my grades right, and if I slipped up, it was over. He was black, you know what I'm saying? My moms and pops was definitely hard on me in school, and they used that to like all the presents and all that. If I didn't do good in school, it was a wrap.
How does Diddy discipline his kids? We've seen Diddy make people walk for cheesecake. You know, he slapped people with champagne bottles.
Allegedly, no, that did happen.
How does he discipline his kids?
With some cheesecake, man. He just disciplined us in a way where it's like he disappointed. And I never really wanted to be disappointed by my parents. That was always a fear of mine. So the disappointment was the main thing.
I see you and your brothers are very close, too. Your whole family very close.
Yeah,
how do y'all stay so close? Because I know y'all are on different parts. And I know one was in New York at one time, one was in Atlanta, one was in L.A. How do y'all
stay light skin, not.
Shout out my bro, Justin Q. Yeah, Q out right now doing the show on Fox. Star. Justin.
Star, okay.
Yeah, Justin about to go to Harvard for school. So everybody doing good. Everybody hustling in their own way. My little sisters just finished school.
Was there any jealousy at all growing up? I remember, like, I was thinking, I was like, damn, if I'm Puff's son and Justin got the Justin's restaurant, what do I get? Like, was any? Hey,
I was low-key tight about that. I was like, hold on, where Christians is at?
Right.
But nah, it wasn't no jealousy, though. You know what I'm saying? We all was in different fields. I always wanted to be in music. Justin was doing his thing in football. Quincy was acting, so, you know what I'm saying? We all just helped each other out.
You never wanted to do anything else?
Nah, never.
Really?
I mean, I played sports, played basketball, played football, but my heart was already always in rapping. You know what I'm saying?
And being a businessman too, I'm sure you have a lot of business sense.
Yeah.
As well, knowing that it can't just be about you rapping. You got to do other things.
Yeah, definitely. I knew that rapping wasn't forever. You got to be an entrepreneur.
So you modeling for Dolce & Gabbana too?
Oh, yeah.
You like doing that?
Yeah, that's fun. It came really left field. Like, I didn't even know that was going to happen. It was not in my plans at all. They just called me up and was like, yo, we want Christian to come to Milan for Fashion Week. I was like, word for what? Like, and then they told me to walk the runway. I was just real surprised, and that was just a blessing from God to be able to travel and see a whole nother part of life.
Were you modeling before that, or it was just like?
Nah, that was the first time.
So you ain't know how to walk down the runway? You just swag, just whatever.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Low key a little bit, because it was like performing. You could take your nervousness out by exerting energy, but on the runway you got to be mad calm and just keep your composure. So it was a little weird at first, but I got the hang of it.
You got that old school Harlem thing like Mason, Loon. Were they influences?
Yeah, definitely. Loon, Mace, Harlem World, that whole album, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, the whole Puffin' Mace era was just crazy for me.
Did you know Mace growing up? Because he said when he was on Angie's show, I think it was Angie's show, he said he would like to mentor you.
Yeah, I knew him growing up. He wasn't my mentor though. No,
he said he want to mentor you now.
Oh, word? Yeah. Nah, he definitely, when we was on the Bad Boy tour, he gave me some gems just about my flow and just on stage presence and stuff. It definitely stood out.
Now let's talk about today's era of music. What do you think about like the XXL freshman cover just came out, and you see some of those artists? Does that matter to you? Like, would you like to be on that freshman cover?
Yeah, I saw it for a quick second. Who's on there?
Okay, let's see who's on the cover.
I know Trippie Redd's on there.
Don't look at me. I don't know none of them young boys.
I'm trying to remember everybody. Black Boy JB's on there.
Black Boy JB's on there.
Yeah. Black Boy hard. YBN hard, yeah.
I can't remember everybody.
Does it matter to you if you get stuff like that?
I mean, it's their opinion. I feel like, I'm definitely in the freshman class. I'm definitely the top of my class. But if XXL think otherwise,
Who do you
listen
to that's like up and coming that's hard right now? That you would say, if I could do a song with this new artist, I think that sound dope. Like, what other artists would you say in your era you would like?
I got a
to
song with YBN. YBN and them is hard. YBN, Almighty J. Rich the Kid. I like his new album a lot. The girl on Boot Up. Who that?
LMA.
Yeah, LMA. She nice. SZA's dope. Yeah, it's a lot of dope people out there. Lil Perp, Smoke Perp, Lil Pump.
Okay, Lil Pump was on the cover.
Did your father give you tips when you go on your press runs? Like, don't go up there and say something crazy. And let them bait
Did he
you
say,
into
watch
this.
out for Charlamagne?
Nah, he say just be you, man. Word.
We had your pops up here. We was asking about, we know you're in a relationship. It was like, well, what advice do you give yourself? What advice does your pop give you about relationships?
You know what I'm saying? Just treat the lady how you would treat your younger sisters. With respect. Treat them like queens.
Did he say wear a condom all the time, no babies? Did he say any of that stuff?
Of course.
You're not gonna make him puff granddaddy no time soon?
Nah.
Why y'all so? I heard you in a relationship. Why are y'all so committed to at such a young age? I mean, I respect it. But you back in the day, it was all about being a player. But y'all not on
everybody got somebody, You gotta have somebody to hold you down. You don't got nobody to hold you down.
Of course, I'm married.
And let's be clear,
come
Charlamagne
on,
and
man.
Envy both were in their relationships younger than you, so they started out even younger.
Yeah, but I was cheating.
He's like, I'm not.
He's like, he gave you the next question face. He gave you the next question
So what's
face.
next for you? You put the mixtape out. It got received pretty well. You got a song that's buzzing right now. What's next?
Next is we got the Love You Better music video about to drop. That's about to be crazy. And over the summer, I'm just working on my craft. You know what I'm saying? Pushing the single some more, getting more videos for my mixtape, getting more songs, more features.
You want to
and
sign
just
a
more
major
heat for
label
the
deal?
streets.
He signed a
He
bad
signed
boy.
Epic.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
How much of your publishing?
Bad boy for life.
How much of your publishing does your father own?
That's up to him, you know what I'm saying?
No, don't
leave it up to
We
him.
won't talk about that.
It go to him anyway. It's popped out. He get it anyway.
Combs Enterprises, man.
If you felt like they weren't doing right by you at Bad Boy, would you leave?
He can't leave.
I'll be out, man.
He can't leave.
CYM, going to CYM, start my own label.
Would you ever get on the radio and threaten to throw a 2-door refrigerator off the roof onto your father's head if you find out he doing you dirty?
Nah, who did that? Somebody did that before?
What?
Style
Oh
P.
man, you got to go Google Angie Martinez and the
In
locks.
the locks. It was
Yes.
It was entertaining. Now, how do you deal with people taking shots at your pops?
I'm sure he got that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't need.
He the king of the city. He got that.
Mm-hmm. So you don't worry
Kashi
about it.
6ix9ine is the king of the city. Stop it.
Word.
There's that neck crescent looking
How do you feel about people claiming that title though, especially being that you know the legacy of New
love
York
it.
the way that you do, when arguably Bad Boy has had 2 kings in New York.
Mm.
You know?
I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I call myself King Combs. I feel like you should think of yourself as a king or a queen.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out all my kings and queens out there.
That
Always
was a good
believe in
answer.
yourself.
So what do you do for
Good
pops for Father's Day?
Father's Day, I don't know yet. I'm really trying to think of it. I
Well,
might
what do
get
you
him.
buy him? Like, what could you buy pops?
Might
Something
get him
thoughtful.
some Dapper Dan, some fire Dapper
Dapper
Dan.
Oh,
Boy,
that'd be
Dapper
nice.
Dan his whole
Yeah.
life.
But so what? He still got
Nah,
new
some new
collection.
flavor.
That'd be
You ever had
dope.
to tell your pops, like, that's not it? Like, he pull out some clothes and be like, the pops, that's not it all.
Definitely.
All the time?
Nah, not all the time. You know, he stay fresh to death, stay flea.
Mm.
But sometimes I gotta, you need to put on those, them new off-whites right there.
Mm.
Why do you think the 90s is so relevant to y'all generation now?
Just cause that's the OGs. You gotta respect it. They came before us. At the end of the day, when we was having the dream of being a rapper, when I was having the dream, I looked up to those people in the 90s or 2000s, you know what I'm saying? So always gotta respect the legends and the ones before you.
And then plus, to me, just the style is cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at you, I'm like, this is a cool little dude. You ain't got no face tats. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You ever thought about doing any of that stuff?
Nah, I ain't
No
get
face
tatted up
tats?
yet. I don't know where to start. I think I'm gonna just stay clean with it.
That's got to be something on you forever.
I'm sure he'll get a
Yeah,
bad
like
boy
it's
tat.
forever. You gotta really
I
think
don't have
about
no
that. When I'm
tattoos
70
either.
years old, I gotta have the same tat.
Charlamagne got a Wu-Tang tat.
No, I don't.
Here's a Wolverine.
Wolverine got a Wolverine tat.
You got your license, right?
Yeah.
What did you drive on your driver's test?
A Jeep.
Like what? Like the
Jeep
joint
Wrangler.
with the doors off?
Nah, I mean you could take it off.
Yeah.
The Wrangler.
They was on though. You gotta have the review mirrors, you know what I'm saying? Or else I would have took them off.
What's the cheapest car you ever drove?
The cheapest car? I don't know. Probably one of my cousin's whips. I don't remember.
You ever feel like, is it hard for you
don't
to
even know
wonder
the
why
name of
people
those
are
low
around you? Like,
brand
are they
cars.
around you for the wrong reasons, making
you
friends
say?
with people? Coming up, making friends with people. Did you ever feel like, are people around me for the wrong reasons? Because of who I am, what I have, just trying to be cool, trying to be down?
Yeah, definitely. Growing up in school, you always reach those type of people who you could tell they was being fake friends, just wanted to come over the crib, see pops, or just see how you live and stuff. You gotta really be careful with that and really recognize real.
How did that affect your trust in people though?
In the beginning it did a lot, like, you know what I'm saying, moving to LA. From New York it was a whole different switch, because in LA it was a lot of different type of people, a lot of faker people, so
That's a fact.
yeah, you had to be careful in school, you know what I'm saying? But as I grew up, I started to be able to see who was real and who was fake.
What energy you like better, LA or New York?
New York. But I love LA though. LA is lit. That's where I live right now.
I've been in LA for a while now.
Yeah, it's a
You go-
vibe in LA.
You're not in school no more though, right?
Nah, just
Okay,
graduated.
You just graduated.
Like last year.
Did you march and all that stuff, or you did homeschool, or what?
Nah, I was in Sierra Canyon. Yeah, Sierra Canyon High School. It's up in Chatsworth, LA.
Did you get any superlatives?
Nah.
Not best dressed, most likely to succeed.
Oh,
nothing?
wait. Nah, actually I got most likely to be famous. I was like, what?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
how you
already
gonna
there.
give me that?
I'm already Diddy, son. Well, we appreciate you for joining us, man.
Thank
Mixtape
you so
is out
much.
right now.
Yeah,
You can go
blessed to
pick
be
it up.
here.
90's Baby Mixtape.
The
And
video's on the way.
that's right.
Yeah, 90's Baby out now. Love You Better single out now with Chris Brown. It's a young bad boy. CYN, y'all know what it is.
you think you'll ever stop Harlem shaking?
Nah, never. Nah, I'm about to come up with the new King Combs then, man.
That's a new one.
Yeah, you gotta get on it.
No, I'm too old for that. My knees hurt, bro.
Yeah, it
Knees hurt.
involves your shoulders, bro.
It just involves shoulders?
Yeah.
When you did your first Harlem Shake?
In the Bad Boy for Life video.
Bad Boy.
That was my first Harlem Shake.
Yeah. You was in that?
Yeah.
Wow.
He just said he did it in the video, then you asked him if he was in it.
He was watching it. And did it.
Forgot. Didn't realize he was in it.
King Combs, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.